Hello everyone, Kurt the Good Times Card Collector here, back. It's been a while, but I have finally made it to 110,000. So we're going to share with how the collection has changed, going from 100,000 to 110,000 cards, and we'll see what we get here. First up, of course, we start with the sports breakdown. Baseball has actually dropped a percent, been putting a lot more other sports in. Football stayed the same. You can see the growth there is in the basketball, gained a point on the baseball. So basketball actually has moved into second place as we cuts into baseball's lead, but ever so slightly, of course, because baseball is always going to be the king. Next up, let's look at our card brands. Of course, we know number one is always going to be Upper Deck, and not for good reasons, but because of 1991. Decisive lead over Topps and Donruss and Fleer, which are all fairly close. But Upper Deck stayed the same. It had been dropping, but now we're losing. Topps stayed the same. And as well as Donruss has picked up 2% because I had a huge box of 1989 Donruss that I added. And then Fleer, it took the hit from Donruss and dropped a percentage point to 9%. And Donruss came up to 18 to match Topps. So Topps and Donruss in a dead heat at this point for that second spot. As for the card years, of course, 1991, huge, 27%. But let's see how it's changed. Hopefully, we'll lose a little bit. Okay, good. We're still down 1 point. Didn't gain many cards, down to 26%. 1989, like I said, I added a bunch of Donruss, popped it up a percentage point to 10. 1992 took a hit, down to 8%. 1995 stayed the same with 6. 1987 jumped on the board at 6%, previously off. They looks like they bumped off 1998. So again, at the bottom there, very close, but no one's ever going to catch up. Now we move on to the card sets. Of course, we know the top of the list is going to be the 91 Upper Deck, followed by a couple Donruss, some Topps and Fleer. But let's see how things have changed. I hope I've cut into that Upper Deck. I have. 1991 Upper Deck has dropped to 17%. 89 Donruss, like I said, has popped up to 6%. 91 Donruss stayed the same with 3, 89 Topps still the same with 3, and 87 Fleer still with 3%. So after that second place slot, it gets real mucky in there with 3rd through 5th, but they're all been interchanging. But as far as this 10,000 cards, things stay pretty much the same, except for 1989 Donruss's big jump up. So now we move on to the teams. This is where we had a pretty big shakeup from 100,000 to 110,000. A's are on top, but it's pretty close, as you can see. So 37.55. Yankees are behind them. The A's have gained a little bit of space there, 50 card space, 37.05. Next we have the Mariners and the Mets coming in at 36.60, exactly the same amount of cards, followed by the Reds, 35.01, and then the White Sox, 34.95. So the Reds have jumped on the list. Cardinals off the list. White Sox still hanging there in the last slot, but the amazing thing are the Mariners and the Mets. 30,660 cards. Both have the exact same amount of cards in the set, which I wasn't expecting. And the Cardinals are actually behind the White Sox, only by 4 cards. So the White Sox just barely edged out the Cardinals to make the last spot on the list, but next week, or next 10,000 cards, who knows what's going to happen. And now, of course, the player collections. Pretty similar, except for Barry Bonds knocked off the list. Cal Ripken Jr. has been slowly climbing out of the basement and finally makes it on the list. So Griffey stayed the same. Haven't found that second Griffey box. I have 2 more Griffey boxes somewhere, but they haven't been found yet, so they're not in. Nolan Ryan still solid in second. McGwire fairly solid in third. Tony Gwynn is catching up, as you can see there, only behind by 11 cards, and then Cal Ripken Jr. came out of nowhere to take the last spot on the list with 266, catching up with Tony Gwynn, putting Barry Bonds in the basement off the charts, which didn't make me very happy, but what are you going to do? The numbers are the numbers, and this is what the collection looks like. Next up, the autographs, jersey cards. I'm not expecting a lot of change since I haven't added a lot of cards, haven't been doing a lot of baseball card shopping lately. So things are pretty much the same. I mean, autographs a little bit, mem cards the same, serial numbered a little bit. Rookies still 7%, 8,000 rookies. Hall of Famers still 9%. Looking forward to breaking that 10,000 card mark of Hall of Fame cards, and actually added a few Hall of Fame rookie cards, which I was pleasantly surprised to see, because those are the ones I want to be collecting. But anyway, Hall of Famers almost to 10%. I mean, almost to 10,000 cards, which would be great, but not quite there yet. We will see where we. So now it's time for the completed sets. Actually added 4 complete sets: 88 Classic Superstars, 88 Topps Kmart cards, which are pretty awesome, 1989 Donruss All-Star set, and 1991 Star Picks Basketball, which is the first basketball complete set that I have put together. So 4 new complete sets in this group from these 10,000 cards I added to the collection. And then the sets that I'm getting close on, 90% or closer or close to 100% of these sets. Collector's Choice SE added a little bit, 92.5%. New card sets to the list: 1990 Donruss, almost 96%. 1987 Topps, 91%. Hopefully those will slowly get closer and closer to 100%. I would expect 90 Donruss, 87 Topps, a few of these to eventually make it to 100% by the time I get through all of the cards. So there's where I'm at 110,000 cards. Next time we'll be at 120,000, and we'll just see where things go from there. Getting close to the end, I think. 150 was just an estimate, so I don't know where it's going to eventually end. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you won't miss any of my future videos. Well, have a good one.